coming clean, we could say, I worked in the gym, and that wasn't just a one-off. Like, I would do this every day. This was the daily grind, and I just kept going. As I said, kind of like a robot. Some bits were slightly obsessive, we could say. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I thought I would do something that I've never really done before on my channel, so this is kind of a special edition. I feel like I've reacted to a past video like once on my channel, and that was years ago, and I've been wanting to sort of like rewatch some of my old videos because if you didn't know, my name is Holly. I've been on YouTube for quite a long time now. Yeah, I started back in the day. I'm actually just like looking at my channel now, and I posted my first ever video like 7 years ago, which is mad. And yeah, I started when I was just about to go to Cambridge, and yeah, I started as a Cambridge blogger, and that's ultimately what blew up my channel. But yeah, I've been wanting to like rewatch some of my past videos and react to some of them, and I thought, you know, it made most sense to start with my time at Cambridge because that is when a lot of you guys found me and you might still be watching now. And yeah, I thought it would be fun and kind of hilarious. Yeah, you know the saying where it's like, if you look back on your past self and you don't kind of cringe, that's not really normal. Like, it's good to look back and cringe out, which I expect I am going to do in this video when I react. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. And yeah, I have picked a video. You can subscribe, by the way, if you're new around here. But I have picked a video. I had to scroll all the way back to the start of my channel, which, as we established, was 7 years ago. And the video I am choosing, I kind of found it randomly. I literally just typed in to YouTube Holly Gabrielle Cambridge. So it is from my second year, and let me find it. It is this one. 6 years ago, 382,000 views. And yeah, it's a productive study with me video. So who knows what we're going to see in this video. Yeah, how to be productive every single day is in the title. Every single day, you know, because you should be productive every day. Like, that is the vibe we were going for back then. Productivity then meant something very different to me. Productivity meant like always grinding, never stopping, working every single day, being productive every single hour of my day. You always had to have something to show at the end of your day and stuff like that, whereas now productivity doesn't mean that anymore, which I guess we'll get to in this video. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna press play and watch the classic Holly Gabrielle original intro. Are we ready for this? Whoa. Ooh, we're waking up at 7:19.
Just a tad awkward when you can't turn your alarm off at the start of the video.
Oh yeah, I've always had like so many alarms. I still do set so many alarms, and yeah, I apparently had multiple phones.
And yes, I do set quite a lot of alarms on my iPod and my phone to make sure that I get up in the morning. So the title of this video is How to Be Productive Every Single Day.
We saw the classic Holly bun. Yeah, we love the socks. Where is the bun? The Holly bun was like literally there, and I always like scrape my hair back into this like little bun on the top of my head, like literally right on the top of my head. And yeah, I did always start my day with water. I still do that now. Like, my morning routine hasn't really changed too much. I don't wake up like at the crack of dawn every day, and even though it's not really apparent in this video, I would wake up at like 6-7 a.m, which is a lot earlier than when I currently wake up. You know, I go to bed at like 11 and I wake up at 8, and to me, like, sleep is a huge priority. I'm not saying it wasn't back then, but like, I kind of forced myself because I thought I needed to be productive for so many hours of my day. I forced myself to be a morning person and to get up like super early, even though I really hated it. Like, I set so many alarms because I would easily snooze and fall back to sleep. Getting up has always been a struggle. Like, I don't think I ever really spoke about that too much in my videos. Like, you guys saw me just waking up early and it looked like, you know, that was easy when it really wasn't. Yeah, like in me now waking up not so early, it's just because that feels more natural to me, and by giving myself like more hours in bed, I'm more likely to, you know, get enough sleep. But yeah, as we just paused, I'm writing my classic to-do list. I still have those pads, they're still going, you guys. Let me find them. Where is it? I still have some of them left. There aren't that many, but it was like this pad that was like massive, and it had like yellow, pink, green and orange like sticky notes, and this is what's left of it. They have been going for years. I don't really use them as much as I did back then. Like, I would make a to-do list religiously every morning, and something I've swapped to doing now is I make my to-do list the night before, and I've switched to like weekly planning sort of thing instead of back then I planned every day kind of individually, which I guess worked for me. That wasn't really a problem, but you know, right now I kind of see the benefit of like looking over a bigger time horizon. But anyway,
I thought in order to maximize my productivity, because I still have a lot of work to do, I thought that instead of writing my usual to-do list, I would block out my day and specify exact time.
What is she doing today? Wow. Okay, so I was basically time blocking without me even realizing, which I didn't do often. But yeah, what am I doing? So as you can see, it's pretty much go go go, no breaks until 9:30 p.m. although I did have like a halfway haul, so that was like a formal dinner in the evening, when usually I would be working all evening until like 11 p.m. writing essays, lecture, lunch, gym question mark. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so I was time blocking
For when I would do different pieces of work or go to my lecture or a practical or the gym, for example. So as you can see, I wrote that down. I used my to-do.
Sheesh, that folder is in a bad condition.
We opened the curtains to let in some sunlight.
You can see the holy bun. It is right there. I don't do it very often now. You'll see me occasionally wear a holy bun. But it was classic, you guys. It was a legend.
It makes you feel really productive when you get things done, especially on these days, for example, like I said, when I don't feel that great and I don't feel as if I'm going to get as much work as I would hope to do done in that day.
She doesn't think she's going to get much work done, but I would have still smashed out a lot of work, I can pretty much guarantee. Like, I was balancing my studies at Cambridge alongside dance for the competition team and also my YouTube channel, so I was doing so much. And even though I've come a long way, like, I have to be proud of my past self, because it meant that I achieved like really good things and really cool things, you know. So I just want to throw that out there at the start. Like, this video shouldn't come across entirely negative. Like, I am incredibly proud of what I did. Some bits were slightly obsessive, we could say.
No, I'm so bad at it.
My voice is kind of different. I feel like my voice was still that very young Holly. My voice is still kind of high pitched, but like it was even higher pitched. Wait, what did I have for breakfast? An orange?
I decided to do my
She has a classic green smoothie, you guys. The classic green smoothie. You can't really see it there, but it was the green smoothie. Yeah, you guys, the green smoothie. I loved my green smoothie. But like the way I made it, especially at uni, like, I don't really know what I was doing. It hardly had anything in it, like hardly any substance, and I convinced myself that that was enough and that would fuel me, and it apparently did. It did evolve over time for sure, and I started adding more stuff, like actual milk instead of just water, and like plant protein powders and more stuff other than just like a bit of a banana, a little bit of frozen mango and some water, and boom, it's a smoothie. Like, oh, and spinach obviously. But yeah, food is a big topic that we won't probably talk about too much in this video, but anyway, she's essay writing now. One of my favourite things to do, actually. And it's what I currently do now. I still write. I script write, if you didn't know, and if you're new. I have loads of vlogs, workday vlogs on my channel recently, if you are interested. But yeah, I love writing and always have done, so, you know.
How many pages of notes? Oh, okay,
ooh, that font. That font is disgusting. When I look back at these notes, which I still have on my computer, those notes in that font, it's just, ew.
Wish me luck.
Ooh, I look back at these notes and I don't like the way I did it. Anyway.
Computer, and so this morning from like 9:30 till 12 up until my lecture, I was going to try and write this essay. I normally burn my mouth every time, but today I didn't.
I noticed, I mean, I look different, there's no doubt about that. My eyes were very sunken if you look at my face. I mean, I was, yes, underweight and I wasn't eating enough. And I'm not saying I wasn't happy, like I was really happy, but like there were certain things I was not addressing back then.
I have a lecture at 12, so I've got about half an hour max before I need to leave and before I'm actually pushing it, like always.
Yeah, she's always late. To this day, I am still a culprit of being late or just on time.
The cycling to my lecture doesn't take long at all. It takes like 3 minutes. It's the finding of a space which takes a long time. And
finding of a space, it's like I'm in a car. Looking back on this, it's literally as if it was yesterday. Like, I remember Queen's, which was my college, so well. I remember coming out of my room down the stairs over this kind of garden bit, down the stairs to the bike where I had to find my bike and stuff.
Another thing that takes a long time is finding my bike.
My little bike.
Okay, so I don't know what I'm saying here. I've just muted myself out. I'm probably rambling on about goodness knows what, but basically we cycled to our lecture that morning at 12 till 1, and it was for biology of disease, and look at that, I mean, I got there just on time. Our lectures always start 5 past the hour.
I literally always needed those 5 minutes. Like, had they been on the hour, I would have never have made it.
If you didn't know, and then they run until 5:02, so they're 50 minutes normally. It was very, very interesting because I've never learnt about malaria in this much detail before.
The detail in these lectures was insane. Like, all of our lectures, it was just detail, which is biology, and I loved it. But yeah, like, I feel like this is parasitology, and I can read words that I'm currently thinking back to, and this module was just so much stuff. I'm reading trophozoite, schizont, megakaryocyte, microgametocyte. These are crazy long words, stuff that, like, I don't remember, like, too much of now because it was just, like, so new and novel and stuff like that. I mean, interesting, but, like, did it really stick in my brain? Obviously, exams, and still exams at Cambridge, were heavily based on memorization, and I was great at that. My memorization technique was insanely good, and I managed to cram so much information in my brain. Like, in my final year, I had all of these cards, or like these notes actually, if you remember, like all over my wall, and all I did for like 8 weeks straight was just learn everything pretty much. Like, I'd always tell myself that I can learn everything, but I literally wanted to learn everything, and I tried my damn hardest to learn everything. And yeah, I stored so much in my brain. My little brain was just filled with so much information. And yeah, like, obviously essay writing is a skill, critical thinking and all this stuff. Like, you can't just rely on memorization, you have to actually understand it. But like, I did partly do so well because I had learned so much information, and I'd learned a lot of like new information, and I'd gone out of my way to learn more than just the lectures, and that is what ultimately helped me do well.
In my hour lunch break from 1 till 2, after spilling my food as usual on my desk.
Yeah, I don't think you can call this a break, Holly, really. I was never taking a break. I was always eating and working, which I am still sometimes a culprit of. I will put my hands up and say I do work and eat still sometimes, but like, I'm a lot more mindful. Like, back then I was eating my dinner and working still. You know, I was just on this massive hamster wheel, like running and never stopping basically, and I honestly never reached burnout. And something that I think is really quite important in this video, and something that I've wanted to address for a while, is this idea that back then I obviously wasn't a robot, but everything that I did and the way I went about doing those things was very like robotic. I didn't have a period for like 8 years, and I obviously didn't have a period at Cambridge, and I was operating in like a very childlike body. I just did not stop because there was nothing stopping me. Like, I never had emotional ups and downs. My body didn't fluctuate as it does now throughout my menstrual cycle. I didn't get bloated. I was just the same every day. I felt the same. My energy levels were always super high, always super motivated, was very disciplined, and nothing stood in my way. And I just kept going, as I said, kind of like a robot. And kind of because I operated in this like childlike way, I genuinely think that, yeah, like, the fact that I didn't have a period has a big role to play in this.
But yeah, so I don't always work over my lunch breaks. If I do...
Really? I think that's a lie. I worked over every single lunch break. Like, that's a lie.
From 2 till 4, so for 2 hours I then had a pathology lab.
We are in the lab. These beautiful, stunning green gowns we had to wear for our pathology labs, which were 2 hours. In first year I had 5-hour labs. 5 hours. Yeah.
So I went to this practical. I got there a bit early, so I looked at the notes that we were given, I underlined them, I did the stuff that I usually do with my ruler, and then my lab partner arrived. So Joanna is the person that I work with in pathology.
This video is based on the work of 2 researchers.
They're literally showing us a video from like the 1800s. Classic Cambridge.
Just finished gone 4. Now I'm at the print room.
The print room in college. I remember this. You had to, well, I printed stuff here, obviously.
I'd also sent some stuff to the print room, so I just needed to collect that. But the printing...
Oh, I remember this. You had to send it to the printer and then you had to release it and then the printer would print it. It was kind of a big faff because sometimes people would activate your stuff and it would get printed and it was so annoying, but it was worth it because it was free.
Yeah, so at this point I was a bit confused. I was aiming to like print 1 page here and 1 page here.
Classic.
On A4, but I must have pressed 4 sheets per A4 page.
I still think I worked with those notes.
I just did a quick filing session, which
We loved it.
No more than 5 minutes to just put everything that I'd printed out in my folders and hole punch and stuff that we'd been given in the practical today. Emails, more messages, more emails. Endless work, endless admin.
Facts.
Don't know how they expect you to cope, really. Delete.
You just do. At Cambridge, you just do.
So I'd originally scheduled to go to the gym from 4 till 5, but I ended up getting there at about almost 4:30 because of the time that I came out the practical and after I printed stuff out. But anyways, I still went to the gym just to have a bit of a downtime.
I filmed this clip and strategically did not show you me working whilst I was in the gym. Coming clean, we could say, I worked in the gym. I would be on the bike and I would have my notes and I would be studying. I'd even do it if I was on the treadmill. Yes, the treadmill. Because I just couldn't, like I physically couldn't just like take a break. And you even saw it in like my study with me's. I'd go on a walk with my notes. Like I could never just not study or do anything quote unquote productive. Like I always had to be doing something and I could not let my mind just like wander or think about other things. And again, that may be a reason as to why I never like burnt out, kind of ironically, because I was just always doing stuff. I never like focused on any of the other issues or the problems I had in my life. Like my main concern at uni was studying and doing as well as I could in my exams. I was withholding this because I didn't want people to follow similar unhealthy habits, because deep down I clearly knew that it wasn't healthy to do that. Like it was obsessive to just like work when I was in the gym and never take breaks. But yeah, like I can sit here and hold my hands up and say that, and I can apologize for not doing that. Like that was a decision I made in the past. So yeah, we've come a long way, and I've established these more healthy boundaries and being like, you know, if you don't get something done, it's fine. You can do it another day. You don't have to work more or work longer hours just because you didn't tick something off a to-do list.
In as little as 45 minutes, I was very impressed with myself because I managed to get the notes done for this next essay that I want to do for Europe.
Wait, didn't I already do an essay in this video? Like I'm on another essay. Like this is mad.
In just 45 minutes, actually under 45 minutes, I typed up these notes which will form the basis of my neuro essay that I want to do.
When I made these work days and these study with me's and I'd be like a 14-hour study with me video, like that was no word of a lie. And that wasn't just a one-off. Like I would do this every day. This was the daily grind. This was the routine. 14 hours of non-stop work. And you know, people would be like, you know, that's such an exaggeration, but it genuinely wasn't. Like
so I thought that I would take you along to my halfway
bridge
pool that evening because guys, it is officially halfway through my degree here at Cambridge, which is crazy. Time has flown by. We had this photo taken of all of us in the year basically.
Cambridge is just a crazy place. Like, you know, you go to these formals and it feels like not real in a way. Like you're in this Cambridge bubble, academically speaking we could say, but even just like going to these formals, it's kind of surreal, and I would love to go back to a Cambridge formal now, like as an alumni.
What do we get? Oh
She didn't even drink coffee back then. She never used it. I've never used that thing, but anyway.
Oh my gosh, I wanted one of these. Okay, so
Really?
as someone who doesn't drink tea or coffee, I'm not really sure why I was really excited to be given a coffee flask.
Gnocchi? That's exciting. I like gnocchi. I love gnocchi. What's it with? Is it with like
She loves gnocchi. I never had gnocchi. Like, this would have been once in a blue moon that I would have had gnocchi. I would have never made myself gnocchi. But yeah, gnocchi, wow, that looks actually really good.
Okay, so this is then when I need to introduce you to little games that get played during formals at Cambridge. So there is a thing called 5-pennying, which is where you basically put a 5p into someone's dessert and it means the following.
What does this mean? Use it with your face.
I remember this. I actually remember this. I was 5p'd.
Oh my god! You're such a good You're not allowed to use your hands. You're not allowed to use your hands. Wait, I can get them out of me.
Good technique.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Look who steps into the camera for it.
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, sweetie.
Do you want me to feed you?
Do you want me to feed you, lol? Oh, I remember that lady. She was actually quite stern and scary. I don't know, I feel really bad. Still to this day, even when like I do something wrong or someone tells me off, like I feel awful. Like it stings me to my core.
And yes guys, I survived the first 1.5 years of my degree here at Cambridge. So I thought it was just quite appropriate to finish this vlog with a few throwbacks from my time here so far at uni.
Oh, that was my first ballet performance I did. Wow, these pics are great. We needed to work on the editing and the voiceover skills in this video, but it's great. Kudos, Holly.
Would have never imagined that I would be having this much fun here at Cambridge, as it turns out.
Oh, that's a really nice picture. Nana is no longer with us. I didn't expect that to be there. That's actually really throwing me off. Nana died actually really recently. She passed away. But yeah, they always wanted to, oh my god, they like really wanted to come to a formal, and I'm so glad they were able to come before like they couldn't do that. Yeah, that was from the time they came to a formal with me, and they loved it, and they were always so proud of me, which is super nice.
I am here, I'm having the best time of my life. So this is a huge shout out to all the amazing people that I've met so far along this journey.
That was funny to watch, that was fun. I really enjoyed that, you guys. Yeah, I think the key thing I wanted to talk about in this video was, you know, like establishing healthy boundaries with like my work routines and productivity, and redefining what productivity means to me, which is now ultimately, you know, just like doing something in the moment that feels most appropriate. You know, like if my time is best spent going out on a walk without anything and just being free in nature, I will do that, even though it is a break from work. If my time is well spent here at my desk, which I still do a lot of now, working, then that's productive, you know. Like productivity doesn't mean like grinding out so much stuff and taking off things from to-do lists. It just means making the most of your time in the healthiest way and the best way possible, given the context and given how you're feeling and stuff like that. That was a bit rambly and waffly, but I hope it made sense. And yeah, I guess I will end this video here. As I said before, I really hope you guys found this one a fun video to watch. Let me know if you want me to react anymore, as I said at the start. And yeah, I will leave you with the bloopers, because the classic bloopers are classic. And I will speak to you very soon, as always, in another video. Bye guys! This needs to be 1080p. Where is QuickTime Player? Quick time. This voiceover is a bit of a drag. Like, come on, Holly. Are you recording? Hello? I literally just hoovered my room, and I feel like it sent my nose crazy because of dust in my room. I feel like I shouldn't have put this jumper on because it's actually quite warm with the window closed. I feel like we'll button it up. Oh, my nose. It's really going crazy. Sheesh. I have an itchy nose, I'm so sorry. Big bop at the end.